Ever wondered how wine is truly crafted? Let's embark on an immersive journey through the intricate process of winemaking, from the vineyard to the bottle. Winemaking has a rich history dating back to 5000 BC in Egypt, where early cave paintings depicted the use of wine and storage in jars. This ancient art evolved over centuries, with winemakers experimenting with various techniques. One notable method was foot treading, where grapes were gently stomped to extract juice. This seemingly rudimentary technique offered significant advantages. The gentle pressure from feet prevented the release of bitter tannins, which are compounds that can impart an astringent taste. Additionally, the process maintained a cooler temperature, crucial for optimal fermentation conditions. The journey of creating exceptional wine begins with the meticulous selection of grapes. Each grape variety contributes its own unique flavors, aromas, and characteristics, making this step crucial. Factors such as climate, soil composition, and vineyard location play pivotal roles in determining the grape's quality. Vineyardists carefully monitor these variables, ensuring the grapes reach their peak ripeness. This ripeness is vital as it directly influences the wine's flavor profile. Grapes that are underripe may result in wine with low sugar levels, high acidity, and lower alcohol content, while overripe grapes can lead to overly sweet wines with high alcohol levels. To achieve the perfect balance, vineyardists use a refractometer, a small handheld device resembling a miniature telescope, to measure the sugar levels in the grapes. This ensures the grapes are harvested at the ideal moment. Once the grapes are deemed ready, mechanical harvesters, or in some advanced vineyards, robots, efficiently gather the grapes. These machines, first introduced in California in 1968, have revolutionized the harvesting process, allowing grapes to be picked at night when they are cool, fresh, and at their peak flavor. After harvesting, the grapes are swiftly transported to the winery for processing. This crucial phase begins with crushing, where the grape skins are broken to release the juice. Traditionally, this was achieved by foot stomping, a practice that some wineries still honor today to preserve the craftsmanship of the past. However, modern wineries typically use crush stemmer machines, which efficiently separate the stems and gently crush the grapes. This process results in must, a mixture of juice, skins, seeds, and stems. For white wines, the grape skins are separated from the must before fermentation. This is done using filters or centrifuges, ensuring the resulting wine is clear and retains its delicate flavors. In contrast, red wines undergo maceration, where the crushed grapes, including skins, remain in contact with the fermenting juice. This process is essential for extracting color, tannins, and additional flavors, contributing to the wine's complexity and structure. Fermentation is where the true magic of winemaking happens. During this stage, yeast, either wild strains or cultured varieties, are added to the fermentation tank. These microorganisms consume the sugars in the must, converting them into alcohol and carbon dioxide. The choice of yeast can significantly impact the wine's flavor profile, and winemakers often experiment with different strains to enhance the quality of their wines. Some regions have their indigenous yeasts, adding unique local characteristics to the wine. In some cases, winemakers may add cane or beet sugar to the must, a practice known as chaptalization. This is typically done when grapes have not received enough sunlight before harvesting, resulting in lower natural sugar content. By carefully measuring the sugar levels using a hydrometer, winemakers can adjust the sweetness and potential alcohol content of the wine. The fermentation process usually lasts between 7 to 14 days, depending on the desired style and characteristics of the wine. Once fermentation is complete, the wine enters the aging phase, where it develops complexity and depth. Traditionally, wines were aged in cool, damp subterranean cellars, a practice that many wineries still adhere to. However, to ensure clarity and stability, the wine undergoes fining and filtration. Fining agents, such as bentonite or egg whites, are added to bind with undesirable particles, allowing them to settle and be easily removed. Filtration further refines the wine, enhancing its clarity and stability, ensuring that the final product is visually appealing and free of sediments. Once the winemaker is satisfied with the wine's characteristics, it's time for bottling. This step involves carefully transferring the wine from aging vessels to bottles. In some cases, a small amount of sulfur dioxide is added to prevent oxidation and microbial spoilage, ensuring the wine remains fresh and stable during its shelf life. Bottling is often done using automated machines, especially in medium to large-sized wineries, ensuring efficiency and consistency. The choice of closure, whether a traditional cork, synthetic alternative, or screw cap, can impact the wine's aging potential and susceptibility to oxidation. While corks, often made from special oak, are commonly used for premium wines, screw caps have gained popularity for their ability to provide an airtight seal, reducing the risk of cork taint. The type of closure also influences the wine's perception among consumers, with some preferring the traditional ritual of uncorking a bottle. Finally, labels are applied to the bottles, providing essential information about the wine, including its origin, vintage, grape variety, and alcohol content. The label serves as both an informative guide and a marketing tool, often reflecting the winery's branding and style. Understanding vintage, a year in review. The term vintage refers to the year in which the grapes used to make the wine were harvested. It is a crucial aspect of wine labeling, as it indicates the specific growing season and weather conditions of that year. Wine enthusiasts often pay close attention to vintage variations, as factors like temperature, rainfall, and sunlight during the growing season can significantly impact the grape's ripening process, and consequently, the wine's flavor, aroma, and overall profile. Certain years may be considered exceptional, producing wines of outstanding quality and character. These standout vintages often become highly sought after, commanding higher prices and garnering attention from collectors and connoisseurs alike. Conversely, challenging weather conditions in a given year may result in wines that require more careful handling and blending to achieve the desired quality. It's important to note that not all wines are vintage dated. Some wines are labeled as non-vintage, NV, indicating that they are blends of wines from different years. This approach allows winemakers to achieve a consistent flavor profile, balancing out the variations that may occur from year to year. Non-vintage wines are particularly common in regions with unpredictable climates, where blending becomes essential for maintaining quality. While some wines are ready for consumption shortly after bottling, others benefit from further aging in the bottle. This aging period allows the wine to continue evolving, developing more complex flavors and aromas over time. The optimal aging time varies depending on the wine type, grape variety, and personal preferences. Red wines, particularly those with high tannin content, often benefit from extended aging, as the tannins soften and integrate, creating a smoother mouthfeel and more nuanced flavor profile. Conversely, many white wines and rosés are best enjoyed in their youth, showcasing vibrant fruit flavors and fresh acidity. However, certain white wines, such as Chardonnay or Riesling, can also develop beautifully with age, gaining depth and complexity. In conclusion, the journey of a grape from the vineyard to a wine bottle is a complex and fascinating process. Each stage, from grape selection to bottling, requires meticulous attention to detail and a passion for quality. The resulting wine is not just a beverage but a reflection of the land, the climate, and the dedication of the people who craft it. Whether you're enjoying a bold red, a crisp white, or a sparkling rose, take a moment to appreciate the artistry and tradition that goes into every sip.